Yaga yow yow yow. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Cymarshall Law Show. I believe this is episode 115. We're looking good out there. Thanks for rocking with me, continuing to support the show. Please, subscribe if you haven't already. Today's show, episode 115, is called Be Good. And it's based on law number 7 in my book, I Still Love Her, The 52 Laws of Freedom. And the law is, be good and good things will happen. A short story, the law actually came from my father. It was, before he passed away, it was the last piece of advice he gave me. I asked him, Dad, do you have any good words of wisdom you want to pass to me before you go? And he was like, boy, I don't really have no big words of wisdom, Just be good and good things will happen, is what he told me. So that is the topic of today's show. So I'm just going to get into it and start reading out of the book and then take a break, and then I'll come back and speak on it, of my experiences currently on being good and good things will happen. But here we go. But before I start, we're going to do the prayer of the day. I want to bless all of you, bless myself. Universal God's God, Jah, cosmic intelligence, the all. Thank you for allowing us to wake up today full of love in our hearts. Thank you for inner peace. Thank you for inner happiness. Thank you for our physical strength. Thank you for our emotional strength. Thank you for our healthy and strong organs. Thank you for our great eyesight. Thank you for our great third eyesight. We appreciate you. Thank you for surrounding us with people that wish to see us doing well, people that support us, people that have good intentions when it comes to us. We appreciate. Thank you for allowing us to spread our own light to people who need it. Thank you for empathy. Thank you for compassion. Thank you for love. Thank you for abundance. Thank you for growth. Thank you for this week. We are blessed. We appreciate. Thank you. Bless. All right, now let's get into it. So it's Law 7. Be good and good things will happen. I would say I've done some good things thus far in my life. When people ask how I accomplish what I have, my answer is always simple. Be good and good things will happen. When you have good intentions and boldly make moves in the direction you want to go, even if you don't see the fruits of your labor right away, believe me, they're there. The universe is always quietly watching and taking notes. The key to having the universe work in your favor is your perspective. From your perspective, your reality is born. It is best practice to not see anything that happens to you as bad. As hard as that may be, if you can pull a positive from a negative, in my experience, the universe tends to reward you with your faith in it. Your life will follow how you perceive your life to be. Find the positive. Focus on the positive. Act on the positive, and the positive will flow into your life. My dad had cancer at stage 4. I used to go by my mother's house to take care of him when I could. During that time, we had a lot of heart-to-heart talks. I used the opportunity to ask the smartest man I had ever known as many questions as I could. As brilliant as he was, I felt like the realization of his imminent death made my father a kinder and wiser man. When I asked him for the best advice he could give me for my life, he said in a thick Jamaican accent, just be good and good things will happen. The verse, live while you can, verse 3. I'm not only an artist, I'm still a fan, but said damn when KRS told me I'm the man. I guess I'm doing it and doing it well, cause nowadays dudes heard of me, I'm striking a bell. I used to vision this happening since I was a little dude. Now I get props from artists I used to listen to. They tell me that I keep them on their toes, and with my flows, how far I can go, who knows. Certain people thought I was playing around until they came to a show and saw me laying it down. Check the last album, I rep the great, put in work and watch my status escalate. I'm a gangstar who gets nicer every half bar. They say, damn, ma, since you started, you came mad far. And I'm not trying to stop. Better believe I'ma strike while the iron is hot. The verse breakdown. 1. I'm not only an artist, I'm still a fan, but said damn when KRS told me I'm the man. I still remember this night vividly. There are pictures of me performing with KRS behind me, so luckily this memory will also visually live on throughout time. This night, George had taken the trip to NYC with me. I wore an orange hoodie and had a Meade composition fitted hat on, the one that is designed to look like a rhyme book. After I got off stage performing in NYC, the legendary KRS-One walked straight over to me, grabbed the mic, pointed at me, and started proclaiming I was the man in front of everyone. Although I am known for being an energetic, entertaining performer, I knew KRS-One was standing right behind me, so I acted all the way up when I was performing to make sure he saw me. You know a real MC when you're around them, because I had done this same act in front of far lesser known, less legendary MCs, and they said nothing. KRS-One had no fear, no insecurity, no jealousy. He told everyone that night I killed it on stage, and I was the man. I still feel great about that moment. However, if I give all the credit to KRS, I would be doing myself a great disservice. Nothing is by chance. I don't believe in accidents. For years, I had been putting in everything into my craft. I had been projecting love into everything I did and making music with a message. So when the teacher acknowledged the student, it made sense. Good things happened to me because of the amount of goodness and love I had been putting into my craft. I saw that when the legendary KRS-One gave me my flowers publicly. 2. I guess I'm doing it and doing it well, cause nowadays dudes heard of me, I'm striking a bell. I used to vision this happening since I was a little dude. Now I get props from artists I used to listen to. They tell me that I keep them on their toes, and with my flows, how far I can go, who knows? Excuse me. I was definitely thinking of LL Cool J's song Doing It when I wrote that line. Just having a little fun within a severe topic. I actually remember being on tour in Europe, and a well-known MC came up to my brother and me and said, "You boys keep me on my toes, man." I surely did used to visualize myself in front of crowds of thousands of people, and it came true. I was good to my craft, and the universe rewarded me with good things. 3. Certain people thought I was playing around till they came to a show and saw me laying it down. Unless I have something meaningful to say, I can be like a ninja in my nonverbal ways. So if you've never seen me perform, I'd imagine it's pretty challenging to imagine how I am on stage. Typical of my nature, anything I love, I come wholeheartedly. I don't play around with anything that I love. I always knew if I made any impression, I'd have to put my best foot forward. But I may not show you anything until I'm completely ready. Like when I first started to walk, my parents said I never crawled. But one day at 8 months old, I stood up by myself in front of everyone and ran straight across the room. I shocked them all. When I'm on stage, I channel the energy of the Jamaican reggae artist I grew up listening to in England. Our parents were Rastafarian, so a lot of conscious music was played around the house. But what stuck with me the most was when my dad would play VHS tapes of the Reggae Sunsplash concerts. The greatest reggae entertainers would come out and set fire to the stage. They were my first lessons on conducting an engaging performance. My parents took me to my first Reggae Sunsplash concert in the 80s in the United Kingdom. I was probably 5 years old. I remember it was a beautiful day, a vibe you could paint based on the good feeling at that moment. The sun was beaming, and I'm sure I was bodying a Jamaican beef patty. That was my thing back then, Miss Henry knows. Unfortunately, that day ended in gunshots, and I was running to the car. To be fair, the artists performing were not always conscious, but what they all had in common was their showmanship on stage. No one was playing any games on that stage. I learned from the best. 4. Check the last album, I rep the great, put in work, and watch my status escalate. I'm a gangstar who gets nicer every half bar. They say, damn, Ma, since you started, you came mad far. And I ain't trying to stop, better believe I'ma strike while the iron is hot. This song, Live While You Can, is on my second album, Hip Hop in the Soul. I reference a song called Great Ones. That's on my first album, Hip Hop in the Flesh. On this song, I give a musical biography of 3 of my favorite figures from history, Pele, Bob Marley, and Bruce Lee. In my eyes, they are the greatest, and I try to evoke the spirit of their greatness in everything I do. Still, you can do all the evocation in the world, but the job never really gets done if you're not willing to put in the necessary work. So, in the following line, I reference a line from a song called Work, from one of the greatest duos hip-hop will ever see in producer DJ Premier and MC Guru, as Gangstar. The song is found on their album, Moment of Truth. Ever living sound and we back like that? What up, Skip?
Look, these young boys think I can't rap cause I'm an older brother. It don't mean that, it just mean I might know your mother. Take up the whole lane like I own a Hummer. You primitive if you still wore over color. I flip rhymes but I can't say I know the buster. My spit freeze, let's agree, I'm as cold as Russia. When I'm done they say please reload another. I give them more cause I don't want they soul to suffer. A lethal weapon retired but still bold as Glover. Never been a biter and will blow your cover. Told to do it yourself although the road is rougher. The industry picks these clowns and control the numbers. They tweaking cause me speaking you expose the uppers. A younger me will be here taking over summers. My confidence was flying. One look in my eyes would have stopped you from trying. I'm the king of rap. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To run my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. I'm the king of rap. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To run my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire.
Y'all some candy bar dudes. I snicker at your raps, we all know you'll never get no bigger than the fat. We make pavement out of you. Shoot stomachs, lay you on the ground, face down, and pour liquor on your back. Act tough as hard as you feel. You talk keys, but the only bird you flip was on a barbecue grill. I'm from Queens within the garden, I chill. Out here I eat your food like third world kids, we starving for real. And heads know the bread flow from the dough in my speech. I stack it up like Legos, plus I throw in my reach. They figure if it ain't my talk, then it ain't smooth. And if it ain't the way I rap, it's gotta be the shoes. Properly I cruise on my path with no traffic. Slim line, ever living, B-way, this shit classic. Select the loaded up on Serato and just blasted. I'm the king of this thing and you boys should get caskets.
I'm the king of rap. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To run my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. I'm the king of rap. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To run my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire.
I grew up in life not giving a fuck. I wanted the rolls and drop and my diamonds on chunk. I needed the boom from the beats that was in my trunk. A couple bad bitches rolling up skunk. What more could you want? A couple billion, money falling through the ceiling without the slightest bit of drug dealing. For real though, my pocket's empty, so heaven sent me to murder shit until that Panamera leaves a lot with the paddle shit. No ping pong, they reppin' this thing wrong. And most of you niggas that can't rap had an ego of King Kong. I'm at your front door now, nigga, like ding dong. Please spit your heart as shit and miss me with all that sing song. I bring the game to them, hellfire flame on them, bang on them. HK leave a fucking stain on them. And there's no method man the way I bring the pain to them. No, not a weatherman, but yeah, I'll make it rain on them. I'm the king of rap. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To run my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. I'm the king of rap. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To run my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire.
Listen, I'm the king of rock, you the king of flop. Dodging the vaccine's the only time I miss a shot. Said you got the game dead bolted and it's in a shot. Without choosing my favorite D-block member, I'ma pick a lot. Spin the block, the word is when I coulda, still I didn't stop. I fight like Prince Hakeem and McDowell's with the mop. You lying while I'm frying the competition in a wok. Kid is hot, born on the same day as the king of pop. You missed the plot, my joint's clean and never miss a spot. Pick her up, I'ma use my words like it's a Glock. I rip a bop, then show no emotion like Mr. Spock. Spitting hawk, came in the game and I didn't knock. And I know it's a lot, but y'all more common than the missing sock. I'll never sell out, whatever it is, no it's in stock.
I've been here, but get the kids to hop. The ruler of all I survey, and I'm the king of rock.
Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show. Y'all still with me? I appreciate that. The positive energy you send me, I'm giving right back to y'all. So the topic of today's show, be good and good things will happen. That's another way of saying like energy attracts like energy, whether that's good or bad. What you're putting out there is going to come back. What you reap, what you sow. However, in saying be good and good things will happen, we still have to acknowledge the fact that when we start doing good, the crabs in the barrel start coming out. The energy stealers start coming out. You start shining, you start vibrating to your highest potential, and the lowlifes are gonna come out. There are gonna be people that see how you're shining and they want a piece of your shine. They want a piece of your shine, so they'll do anything by any means to come within your cipher so they can get a piece. And when they're coming in your cipher, those people necessarily ain't always coming to do good. So even though I say do good and good things will happen, just understand as you're doing good, other things will come in your cipher as well to try to knock you down. There will be people who want a part of what you're creating because they're not creating anything for themselves. There will be people that look at you trying to reach higher and will try to drag you down just because they feel inferior because they are not using their whole potential. And meanwhile, anything that you're doing for yourself has nothing to do with them, but they're taking it personally because they're seeing how bright you're shining. Your star, your sun keeps glowing and glowing and glowing. You keep trying and you keep getting further and further, and you want the support from the people around you, but the problem is they're not doing the same things as you. They're not coming from a place of love like you're coming from a place of love. Because you know what? Your intention matters, my people. And I've said this before, but I'll keep saying it. Because if you don't have your heart in the right place, whatever you're putting out there is going to come right back to you. Or whatever you're putting out there is going to follow you. I have a super dope quote for the end of the show today. It's going to be my quote of the day. I won't say it now, but I will drop it later. But man, so there's parts to this because I don't believe it's just be good and good things will happen. It is actually the feeling you have inside that's creating the things around you. Let me explain. So you might want wealth, or you might want a partner, or you might be doing all the right things to create wealth in your life. You might be actually a good partner. You know, you just might want a spouse or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whatever have you, but that person, that perfect person is not coming to you, and that money's not coming to you, even though you're doing all the right things, you're being good. So here's the jewel. If you are giving off a feeling of lack inside of you, and you're putting that energy out to the universe, so you're doing all the right things, but internally you're still feeling like you lack. Like you're doing all the right things, but you're looking and you see the things around you and you don't necessarily, you're not giving off a feeling of being grateful. It's hard for the universe to decide to give you more, even if you're doing the right things and you're not able to see the blessings that are currently around you. You always have to be grateful and thankful for the things that are around you in order for more things to come into your life. So be good, my friends, and good things will happen, but do it from an honest place. Like, never do good because you want to get good. Never give because you want to get. Because when you give just to get, that feeling of why you gave in the first place, that is attached to everything, and that is where the creating power is. the intention. So be good and good things will happen, but make sure you're being honestly good. You're not just trying to be fake out there and put on a smiling face like a lot of people do. And you'll know those people because they're overly nice. For some reason, they're just, it's like you can feel they want something. They can't tell they're acting like that, but you ever have someone that just pops up in your life and they're just super nice for no reason? And then in the end, you find out those people were around you because they wanted something. So that's not what I mean by be good and good things will happen. Those people get sussed out every single time, because what happens is over time, they don't want to pretend anymore. They get tired of pretending. So a lot of people might be smiling in your face for a while, trying to be good, but if what their intentions are really not pure, after a while they do get tired of putting on that front and, they get tired of pretending. One of my favorite books is Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And in the book, he has this one law called the law of attraction, and the idea that our thoughts and feelings have the power to shape our reality. And it's what I'm saying by be good and good things will happen. In this law of attraction, it's not just about positive thinking, though. It's not just about visualization. It's about understanding and working with deeper aspects of your unconscious mind. Basically, Chopra suggests that the whole situation around you is a reflection of your inner state, which I believe. It's like I am what I see, and what I see is me, which implies that becoming more self-aware and clear about what you truly want can attract and manifest those desires in your life. I love it. Y'all should definitely get it out. Not get it out, but cop the book. You can get it off Amazon. But it's Deepak Chopra, 7 Spiritual Laws to Success. Basically emphasizing that activating the law of attraction requires more than just desire or positive affirmations. It involves recognizing reoccurring patterns and themes in your life, which are often rooted in the unconscious mind. And by addressing your internal issues, you can align your external reality with your true intentions. You know what I mean? It's all about achieving harmony with the universe through self-awareness, understanding the unconscious mind, and actively working towards manifesting your heartfelt desires, what's truly going on. So yeah, be good and good things will happen, but just know how you really feel, what's really going on in your heart, that's really affecting the whole entire situation. Yeah. Man, all of life is a reflection, all of it. With every situation we go through, with every person we meet, every interaction on a daily basis, it's all a reflection, and there's so much to learn from every situation because you're just seeing yourself. And if you can be self-aware enough to recognize that, there's an unlimited amount of things you can learn from looking at yourself, because that's basically what you're doing all day. You're dealing with frustrated people, you're dealing with unloving people, you're dealing with depressed people, whatever have you. You should definitely take a look into yourself and see why you keep attracting these certain types of people into your life. You got this, though. I believe in you. I believe in all of us. I believe we were all meant for the best things. I believe we were all meant to be the best version of ourselves. And sometimes we fall on the way to greatness. It happens to all of us. But I'm here to tell you, it don't matter, because there's always tomorrow. There's always a fresh start right around the corner, because nobody's perfect and we're all growing. We're all trying to evolve. And if we were not supposed to evolve, I doubt we would be here. I believe we're here to experience life. And how could we experience anything if we were already perfect? So if you're not doing perfect in life, it's okay. Stop comparing yourself to other people that appear to be perfect, because everybody has something going on. Worry about yourself. Be good, and good things will happen.
desperation runs deep, especially flooding amongst the unclean. Running through November streets in the cold. Unappreciated folks don't know the meaning of broke, and so this was the main reason I wrote this song. That's for the have-nots, caught in the trap shop, carrying crack rock from bad block to bad block. The main options are shotting and chain robbing, or make profits from the drug game and inflate pockets. Bent and legless with no respect for their health and no respect for much else and no respect for themselves. Can't spell, can't write and can't read, while fueled with a heart full of greed to start beef. The dumb, deaf and blinded, one track minded in the sunset grinding, looking for happiness but they just can't find it. Trying to build a reputation, now that's a form of desperation. Wasting away your education, now that's a step to desperation. Can't elevate a generation, you feel the sense of desperation. I've hustled from sun up to sun down, earning from early birdies that run brown, ducking out when undercovers come round, off the radar and unfound. Blunt raps and skunk clouds, guns, gats to slum house. Just me and 4 friends looking to make more ends. Taught to fend for ourselves and embrace the torment. Fingertips hurting, got the heroin chopped. A slosher's head on my cock, it's oral sex in the block. Scatty hood chicks are only good for one thing. Little dumb young tings, buckets and tongue rings. Fun girls drunk on Lamborghini, belling off my phone for a bag of green just to see me. The dumb, deaf and blinded, one track minded chicks give up sex grinding, looking for happiness but they just can't find it. Trying to build a reputation, now that's a form of desperation. Wasting away your education, now that's a step to desperation. Can't elevate your generation, you feel the sense of desperation.
Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show. We've come to the end of our show. I only have left the quote of the day and to wish you guys a wonderful weekend. News, as far as news, I don't have that much news because my head has been in my own work. The only thing else I really saw this week is that scientists made a device that can record your dreams so you can actually wake up and watch your dreams. I gotta see this because I tend to feel like our dreams are us in a different dimension or something. Like the whole dream thing to me is just, I think about it a lot. Like, what are dreams? Are they us in a different dimension, universe? Certain people dream things like fish and then someone gets pregnant. So the whole dream thing is I almost feel like if they can record dreams, it's like them being able to record a different dimension. But I don't know. I don't know what the whole thing behind dreams are, but it's just super interesting to me. But yeah, that's something you guys can look into. And then the whole thing this week, Kendrick replied to Drake. I'm not even going to comment on that because people get up in arms if you are not for who they're for. And I'm not doing that right now. I'm really focused on my own dreams. Anyhow, so the quote of the week, this one is wonderful. Like, I love it. Like, I heard it this week and I stopped dead in my tracks just because it was so potent. And I love it. And it, applies to be good and good things will happen. But it didn't have an author. The author, it was anonymous. But the quote of the week from the Cymarshall Law Show is, "Speak or act with an impure mind, and trouble will follow as the wheel follows the ox that pulls the cart." Let me read that again for some of you who definitely need to hear it. Speak or act with an impure mind, and trouble will follow as the wheel follows the ox that pulls the cart. Remember that. This has been another episode of the Cymarshall Law Show. I love y'all. Peace, love, and positive energy until next time. Have a blessed day, and we out.